Have you ever heard the saying, busy as a bee? Well, on this episode of Backroads, we're exploring different colonies of bees to see just how busy they are preparing for the winter. For nearly 20 years, Tammy Potter has worked with these five-eyed insects, and for her, the learning never stops.
Every day, it seems like I learn something about them.
Potter's fascination began while helping her grandfather keep bees on his farm in Lexington.
And at that time, I did not know a honeybee from a yellow jacket, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And so I continued to help him the last 3 years of his life.
She and her husband continue the tradition and take care of around 40 hives on the farm. Before Old Man Winter's bitter cold strikes, the bees need to build up nearly 60 pounds of honey in their cluster to survive for the season.
The winter cluster is a thermoregulatory cluster. They stay at 92 to 94 degrees consistently year-round. So the honey is their fuel.
Honey is to bees as fuel is to cars. They use it as an energy source and feed off of it. And they need that energy to keep their colony at that sweet spot of 92 to 94 degrees. Other important prep work includes cleaning the bees of mites. Steve Buckley has more than 150 hives in eastern Kentucky, and he works hard to keep his bees spotless.
If you don't watch for those and treat for those mites, they will overtake the bees, sicken them, weaken them.
If they get too sick, or if they don't have enough honey to make it through the winter, that spells bad news because bees play a big role in pollination.
An apple tree, you can have a hive of honeybees on it and the apple will be perfectly round, real pretty. If you don't have any honeybees, it'll have knots all over it and half formed. Well, that's because it didn't get pollinated well.
A honeybee visits 50 to 100 flowers on one trip out of the hive, and in order to produce just one of the 60 pounds of honey it needs before winter, it must visit around 2 million flowers. So each of these boxes holds thousands of bees, and they're all buzzing away getting ready for the winter. For now, taking the back roads across Kentucky, I'm Allison Rogers, WYMT Mountain News.